bad.
Okay, Mr. Galmore here with Cayenne Bulls TV. We wanted to get an interview with
What's
you
going on?
right here, man. We just wanted to talk to you because I found out about you. You know, I always knew the dogs, but didn't know the man or the group behind the dogs. So we figured that I would get in touch with you and try to get to know you a little bit and what the present and future holds for True Tank.
Right.
Yeah. So where are you currently located?
I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did tell me that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
today I guess I just wanted to start off with a couple of questions. With what you guys have already contributed to the community. I guess what is the vision now?
Vision now always the goal always to make the perfect dog. So to keep striving, kind of improve on what we did before, and just show these new guys, this new generation of breeders, how to truly breed, how to build a dog, how to put something together, make a program. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing too, like we very competitive, so we want to like show people that like we the best to ever do it. So we figure like we can make the best then, come back now and make a dog. Our legacy be untouched. Nobody ever done that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can question, the legacy of True Tank and what you guys have definitely accomplished. You know,
Right. Appreciate you.
so it is said that you guys had three members. I think it was you, Curtis Platter, and one more individual, to my knowledge.
Yeah, Paul from Master P Kennels. That's the original three, and Paul left and started the lounge. And so basically, me and Kurt stayed the foundation members, and the rest is history. And we added some more guys in that we seen fit that can contribute, help, build, and we can mentor them guys. And pretty much, that's it.
Okay.
So we not a huge group. We breed big, but we not a big group. It's about family first before dogs. Anything, because if you base everything off a dog, you won't make it. Because some dogs don't take, some deals don't go through. So it gotta be the right person, the right fit to be a True Tank member.
Interesting.
So we don't need a bunch of people. Like between me and Kurt, we outbred the whole country. It's quality over quantity. So if you know what you're doing, you can put it together. And then when you got other guys with you, you can move just that faster. Like you can with you, when it would take 8 years to get accomplished, we can do it in a year and a half with the right amount of people like we're doing now.
Okay. And that was with the group you guys have started now called the True Tank regime.
That was the original regime, and the new guys too. We're doing it actually the same thing. Same thing. Concept never changed. Dogs time changed, but the concept never changed.
Okay. So are you guys still working with short blood?
Always, always. But how we doing it this time with Shorty, we gonna come back on and tail in and add him to the new stuff. So once we kind of clean everything up that we want to clean up for these new dogs, they got a bunch of flaws, right?
Yeah.
So we're cleaning that up. We cleaning that up, making it more functional, putting life expectancy back on these dogs, where they can function, do everything, not just be in the ring. If you want to take your dog hunting, if you want to take your dog swimming, if you want just running with your dog, hunting with your dog, anything, you'll be able to do it with these bullies today and still put them in the show.
So you guys still have short semen, or
Yeah.
you just have like one of his offsprings?
Yeah, we have semen and we have a lot of his blood like down here with me, like a bunch of it.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
like I'm gonna do two. We have two short shot breeds playing, but we just wait on the tail end. Like the stuff that we're gonna add to it is gonna be something like nobody never seen before. Like, it's gonna be shot with some of the new stuff. Like Shorty, we're gonna do Shorty and the Magoo mix, Shorty and a Grim mix. You know, so
Okay. So what is it about Grim and Magoo that draws you to incorporate that blood?
more or less with Grim, to me, he's the best producing dog probably in the last 5 years. And he kind of, on all the new stuff, he's kind of more of my style, what I call a true foundation dog, because he has produced with a bunch of different type of females. So he proved he can produce with any dog. That's one thing with us. You gotta be able to produce, right? Um, he throws bad in himself, second quality. And third, besides just the personal stuff, he's a black dog. His bone, his mass, he's a big dog, a big head. So you want those features. To the old dogs didn't have that bone like that, right? Didn't have that mass. But they had better functionality, had a better temperament than these new dogs, right? They can do more, have more drive. So we can take rims, bone, and girth, add to the new dog, enhance the look a little bit more. Don't make it a bulldog looking, but just add to it, enhance a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we think we know that's close purpose you're gonna get. And for
Okay.
producing wise, you can't miss with Grim and Shawshire.
Okay. So now I know there was a someone I believe quoted you making a statement, said that you said that the breed needed the bulldog. Um,
I didn't say it needed, but what I said was for it to be called a different breed, you have to have a different element. You can't take two pit bulls and breed them together and call them a bully breed. Only thing changed was the name. You see what I'm saying? Like to be a breed, you have to be something different. You can't take two pigs and call them a bear after you breed them. It's still
okay.
pigs. It's whatever the concept. Anything to be something different, you have to have something different in it. That's why it's different. It's not American Pit Bull Terrier. It's American Bully breed. But a lot of people think you take two pit bulls, breed them together, you make a bully. Nah, it's the start. It's the start evolution of the bully, and then they start breeding it different. And then once the mix came in with Dax, to me, it started becoming a different breed. Let's just be real. Some of these dogs look like French bulldogs. Some of them look like American bulldogs.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the thing. So I mean, people have to be honest with themselves.
I think we lost you there
So
with the view of you. Okay.
oh, okay, you got me
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
So for you,
yeah. Some
the
of them have to be honest with themselves. So
so for you, the American Staffordshire Terrier and the Pit Bull Terrier are the same dog.
pretty much the only difference is that they took the name like American Staffordshire County. That's where AKC got their name from. UKC took the pit bull because of where the dogs originated fighting in pits. That's the only difference. Like people need to realize that. And then the cut was the AKC took the bigger dogs, the better temperament dogs as far as pet dogs and people friendly and not so much aggressive, right? And
Mhm.
call it the Staffordshire Terrier to where ADBA, UKC took the pit name because they actually wanted to keep, what the dog was made for, the gladiators. They wanted to keep that image. So and it's like now with BKC, they want to separate themselves from UKC. And that's the same thing back then. But the Staffordshire Terrier, the American Pit Bull Terrier, the same dog. They have the same, you can have a different name at the top of the pedigree, but the parents are the same dogs. And see, that's why this generation not educated like it should be. Like the dogs don't change because of AKC, UKC. We got the same parents, it's the same dog. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because it's AKC and UKC, Pitbull, Staffordshire Terrier, don't make it a different dog. If your parents are the same, you're the same. You know, it's
Yeah.
just common sense on that. But you know, But it's not a big deal to me. I just like to let people know there's no difference. People say I want a Staffy. Now Staffy is a whole different thing. Staffy Bull, but if you say American Staffordshire Terrier, yeah, that's the same thing as a pit bull. But a
Okay.
Staffy Bull, something different.
Yeah, I know. I know there would be people, some people that would agree and some people that would disagree. Um, but as far as
Yeah,
you guys been and incorporating, let's say the brim, because I've seen there was a breeding to brim, and I
yeah,
saw I
bro.
saw I saw I saw a very controversial statement. I mean, a post that you made about brim. I think bred to one of you guys' females, and you were saying it could be
Yeah,
the
we
new
bred
the
bro.
new the new Rock and Ruby.
Yeah, it got a chance too. When we say rock and ruby, we always talk about the combination. Like with us, we breed the combinations. Therefore, when somebody get out with dogs, they can breed the same way we can and get the same dog. Like we don't just want to sell your dog you seen out yard and you can't get it. That's what you see a lot of now, right? But Rock and Ruby, Shawshot and Diamond, the double Cairo mix, you know, the Remy, Shawshot and Blue. I mean Shawshot and Sage, Rowan Paradise, Kai and Sensen. It's all the same as Rock and Ruby, the same combo. The same combo. It's just all our dogs, you know.
Uh-huh.
So and people took those strain of dogs, that breeding style, that combo that we came up with, and then built their yards. And then the lot like Shamrock dog, real popular dog today,
Uh-huh.
he has it behind him. The bus has it behind him. Ogu has Paco behind them. Stella,
Uh-huh.
Paco behind them. So I mean, it's the same foundation we did to use today. Is just with newer dogs today, but the concept and it's pretty much the same though.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we did with Brim, right? So we took Brim to me. Brim is the best pocket producing dog in the world in the country, right? So we took a dog. We just wanted to first we wanted to kind of make sure it was fundamentally sound. So we took female named Marley. She comes from a good friend of mine, Oscar. She's a blue pride dog, right? I
Hmm.
trust Oscar dogs. I already know what I'm doing. I've been knowing his blood since he's been doing it, right? So I know how to breed it and what we're gonna get. So Oscar dog is kind of bred like our true tank dog. He's probably just more heavy Cairo, a little more Excalibur in his dogs. But out of all the stuff that was here, and he had Paco behind it too, right? So in the mix of all his blood, we found a genetic Paco dog, right? And that's the female we chose. And so she took after Paco, but still had Oscar's blood in it. And see, that's how we breed. We breed off genetics. We don't. I don't really go off of blood. Blood is good. Identification is starting with, but then within the blood, there's genetics. Like if you want get Shaquille O'Neal, you're gonna breed Shaquille O'Neal. But all Shaquille O'Neal's sons not gonna look like him. They might look like the mom. So you gotta make sure you pick the son that looks like Shaq, run like Shaq, skull like Shaq. That's your structure. And then that's how you break it down. That's what the difference between us and Ray's Edge. Like if you ever notice, we breed the same dogs, but none of our dogs look the same. Like they never made Paco without us. There's no Remy without us, right? Because genetic wise, we follow a different method that that we came up with. So and that's how we was able to separate ourselves.
Okay. Well, I will say, um, I don't like to really fool with a lot of the doc's blood just because of the health issues that I've encountered. And I know
Right.
there are other, you know, other bloodlines that have health issues as well. It's just that every
Yeah,
time I
every single one.
yeah, every time I run into the docs multiple times and friends of mine, we've had that problem. So I try to stay away from it. But I know there are a lot of people
Let
that like
me
that there are a lot of people that
let
like
me
Brim.
explain it to you.
Go
Right.
ahead.
Let me explain Dax to you. And see, to me, Brum is not Dax. Brim is not Dax. To me, Rocco is not Dax because even between Rocco and Dax is what a three generations, two generations. So you got things from Dax all the way to Brim, Boss, Rocco, Brim. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like four or five generations. So they don't even look alike. I've seen Dax in person. But state your case about the Dax with the flaws. Truly speaking, that's where the breeder separation comes in. You gotta know how to breed each dog but you gotta know how to identify the faults. And then once you identify the faults, you can kind of breathe out of it. Like all that raised air stuff, it wasn't clean. Like Cairo through kink tails, club palate.
Hmm.
They couldn't breathe short shot too tight. We get deaf dogs, right? So we, us, me, Kurt, whatever, we found out how to breed. And that, how I learned this through game dogs. So I could take a dog fault and kind of fix it with a strength. And then and then that's how you kind of breed out like the hard murmurs and stuff. Like behind the Remy stuff, the GMJ stuff that made Remy is hard murmurs, real bad hard murmurs, right? So you
I
gotta know
know
how to
that.
breed a certain way to get out of it, to get the hard murmurs out the dog. Like you can breed any dog, but you gotta know what you're doing. And like a lot of people don't truly know the art of breeding. There is breeder separation. A lot of guys don't admit it, don't say it, and they'll say, "Oh, I've been doing this. I know this." Like with this breed, everybody knows, right? Everybody knows, but nobody found out. So if you can't find out, how you know? That's the
Hmm.
thing. Everybody just jumped straight to doing, but nobody took the time to find out. So it's different. That's why we can come back anytime and never miss a beat. We putting a new true tank together right now. Shorter, thicker, bigger dogs. We making the XL. We making the standard. We making the pocket. And like we
Okay.
just started.
Okay.
So we
Speaking of
breathe
that,
for everybody.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. Now I was gonna say, okay, I've spoken to people about, like the True Tank making a comeback, even like weeks and months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so people have said to me they feel like the look has changed in terms of, let's say, IHOP. When you compare
Yeah.
IHOP, I guess, to a dog like that you guys are, have known for, like Hef or Paco, I guess what is the difference, or what is, I know I mentioned to you before and you said you felt like, I guess, the headpiece of IHOP was very similar to Short Shot.
Not shorty. G2. Like very
G2.
similar to G2. It's an enhanced G2 look because when I hop bottom side with his mom, she comes from a dog named Hammer. And that dog got so much because he's only G2 Goliath. That's it. His whole pedigree is G2 Goliath. So IHOP is heavy on that. And then you take Maximus, his dad, right? So his dad go back to Nicky Jam, go back to Omen. So Omen
Mhm.
had a defined headpiece also too. So and then that's where Maximus and all them dogs get their size from. But comparing IHOP to those dogs, and this we have to be honest with you, we couldn't come back making the same dog we made 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like you have to be relevant, right? And then you have to do that. So and the difference besides that is the mix. What they put in the dog, before IHOP and stuff like that. So they're shorter, they're thicker, they're not quite as big as dogs in the past, but they're shorter, right? But they're thicker. So I mean, yeah, we flatten the mug, but we still have the traditional mug also too. It's just thicker. It's just thicker. So and these dogs have bigger heads on smaller bodies.
Okay, okay.
So
So you also told me personally a statement I couldn't believe yesterday
oh
when you
yeah.
said you felt like the best dog that you guys produced was Mahogany Menace.
Yes indeed. Not even close. I mean the guys know it too. He just died early in Katrina, but like that's the best dog that we produced for True Tank. Out of all them dogs we made, only Shorty Diamond Kids, the Paco, the Toxics, the Buck and Quarter, Menace was the very best. He
So
looked like today's dogs. He was right now he can get next to Brim and all these dogs.
okay, and
So
you feel like see, I've seen like one picture of him on Bullypedia.
and that's and it yeah. The thing about it is the pictures misleading because like I tell people back then, we didn't have the cameras that they have today.
Uh-huh.
Technology was still just starting to come. We had the big old computers, but so we had the camera that you would take the picture and you go to the drugstore and you put it in a little big old can thing look like a garbage can.
Yeah, no, I
That's
got
the
you.
pictures we had.
Jeez,
Yeah,
yeah,
so you
okay,
really can't see. Yeah. So you can't see how thick they really are. Half is that picture half guy is kind of the closest thing, right? But then minutes with shit on half. shit on Paco. He shit on all of them. You know what I'm saying? He just was shorter, way bigger head, 85 pounds.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how do you feel those dogs of the past that you guys produce compared to the dogs today? Because I am a person who I prefer the dogs of the past instead of the dogs today.
I get asked that question at least once a week. I prefer the temperament of the dogs of the past,
Mhm.
right? But true tank, we built on girth and thickness and bone, right? So I like the girth and thickness of dogs today. I just don't like
Okay.
the um the temperament of them, the life the lifespan of them, and they're not as wide as our dogs because with the bulldogs they took the shoulders out. You still got neck and shoulder, but you don't have that U shape like we have. You know, like we like to build. You got eight. They build like an H in the front. We call it H shape and U shape. True tank. All our dogs are U shape. If you go to our new website, you will see all our females are U shape. Ihop U shape. Like we a skinny chest front dog would not be in this group.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand. I have an understanding of what you're saying with
Yeah,
the
it's just
with the U
wider,
shape.
wider shoulder. Yeah, the U shape, like the letter U, straight front still, but just wide like Corrupt. Have you ever seen Corrupt pictures of Corrupt his fronts?
Yeah, they are
It's just
beautiful.
we don't like straight front dogs. And like Brim is like one of the ones that got the shape. Like Rocco don't have that shape. I don't even know if Brim even have the shape, right? But Brim have it. So and it's like so that's another reason why we like him too.
So would you say you breed more for maybe I guess you
Production,
guys
you
are
gotta
probably production, yeah, a dog that would I guess you would consider a producer
yes,
and
yes.
more one that would be
Gotta be.
I guess less more for the ring, less for the ring.
Uh, we
Because when I look
never
at
really was.
because when I look
Yeah,
at
we
Paco,
never really was. Yeah,
Paco was very good with his conformation, you
that
know.
was Marco. Yeah, he was bred to be like that, but that was a lot with Marco too. Marco put some time with that dog, so he did a great job with Paco. Um, but me personally, I let people show our dogs, but I don't care for the rank, and I really don't care for it today because
Okay,
the championship is not the same as it is as being a UKC champion. Like you got 50 million champions. It's not special.
that is
It's
true.
not
That is
special.
true. Yeah.
Grand champion Knuckles, that's a true champion, right?
Mhm.
He went and beat every top dog in the country, and there wasn't as many shows.
Yeah.
I just remember Dave telling us the story. He went against Pam Carter dog. I forgot the dog name, Top Gun, whatever the dog name, a foreign gap dog. And it's like that's a true champion. Like today, you just pile up the points and you're a champion.
Yeah.
You know, so
I agree. That's a very good point you just made, and I think everyone
hmm
can agree with that. And I actually made a video about that, the titles of champion and grand champion, and there needing to be some kind of criteria because the I guess the value of the title seems like it's diminished.
yeah, it does. And like with us, I emphasis on producing. We emphasize produce, like producing a producer that produces. Three
Mhm.
P's. You have to be the produce that produces. The triple P. That's our thing. That's how you help people get better. You know what I'm saying? That's how you put good dogs in the community that everybody can produce a certain quality of dog. You never see litter mates no more. You rarely see like every breeding
Well,
we've done the last 2 years. We've shown litter mates.
that
We
is
do that,
true.
and we show them from ground up.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of
Like everybody breeds for one dog.
yeah, a lot of people that breed dogs, those dogs, when you see their litter mates, there's no consistency there, and that's something I
Right,
noticed about
right.
two of you guys is like one of the very important litters I talked about. Very consistent um, dogs just throughout producers, like you said, But I feel like
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
you feel like Brim is the best producer in the last 5 years. The pocket,
Pocket producing, yeah, yeah, yeah. He
I,
got he got a female that I have. He got a female with a 24-inch head. He got at least about 15 more females. as grown. You know, most people call dogs producers when they're showing nice puppies.
Mhm.
Now he has adult kids. He got adult sons, you know, that's on him for his pocket. I ain't say standard for his pocket. You
Okay,
know, yeah.
because I really like Waffle House. He has some of that old school.
Yeah, I like Tone. You know, Tone, I like Waffle House too, but it's they different type of dogs, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not
Definitely.
gonna produce the same dog. It's about
Yeah.
their genetic makeup. Now Waffle House is a beast in his own route. Right. He done made more champions probably any dog out here today. That's remarkable. But the difference is to me, like right now, right? In fact, probably more Brim kids than Waffle House kids that you would say. But Waffle House probably make a better show dog. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going for
Mhm.
just strictly the show ring, definitely Waffle House. And that's not a knock on Waffle House. That's a great dog. It's just genetic wise, Brim kind of cover more the whole ticket. Now you can probably breed Waffle. I've seen the mix with Waffle House to Brim, right? I've seen a mix of it. But you can probably breed Brim and just cover more of what people today want.
Mhm.
You know, as far as that thickness.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to hear your perspective on that because even though it's not, my style, I would prefer a smaller dog, more like if I had to take, you tell me I had to take a Brim and like Paco. I'm gonna go towards Paco, no questions
Right.
about it. I would
Yeah,
like
but
us.
I'll go. I ain't Paco out of dog, but I would take Brim because I can make Paco with Brim. I can't make Brim with Paco. You see what I'm saying? I can make Paco with Brim, but I can't take Paco and get Brim.
Oh, you
You see
mean
what I'm
like
saying?
that?
So I would say I
Yeah,
could take Brim and produce a better version of Paco, but I can't take Paco and produce something like Brim. The genetic makeup is just completely different,
it wouldn't be there
right?
because you can make the dog kind of, you can cut it down, but it would be hard to make it as
Yeah.
extreme as Brim is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Because
Which
it was,
that's why I took Brim and bred to Marley, and the female I have, Brimmy, she's kind of like Paco. She has no back, but she's built like Brim. You see what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
couldn't take Paco and do that. But I did take Brim and make a female like Paco. I shoot you the picture. Look identical to Paco. She's just thicker. She's
Well,
12 inches tall.
yeah, on the page I did see no I'm because people know I don't mess with the Brim Morocco, but I saw a Brim to Marley female on your page, and
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
had to
her.
I think it was I'm not sure if it was a male with the longer ears. I got this show crop, a very long crop. I had like some tan points on
Oh
the
yeah. Oh yeah, you talking about big country? Yeah, the male.
big
That's a little
country.
mate. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
definitely had to stop and look at that dog a few times, and I was like,
Yeah, now see, he can show. He the one
yeah,
that we'll put in the show ring. He can show. He's confirmationally sound.
yeah, that was a beautiful dog. And I noticed that there were a couple of little mates from several of those breedings that you guys did
Mm-hmm.
with Brim as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah. Bring me on the female page.
Brimmy, yes, that was the name. So what do you think the community needs the most at this point um, with this American Bully breed?
To be honest with you, it's a long way off because you got so many different looks and you got so many different opinions. And then the whole thing is, at the end of the day, it's still about money and power, right? So the guys at the top, to me, that make the rules for it, it's like they gotta get honest first. Like I always said about ABKC, like they went with the money instead of the knowledge, right? And not saying not doing it wrong because what they got going is a good thing because they needed in the bullet breed. What I meant by that was he didn't call myself, he didn't call other pioneer guys to help kind of get ABKC going a different way. What I think he did was just got guys that can invest, get money. They made their own rules as they go because some dogs got let in, some dogs did. Them dogs got let in years later. They didn't let Miyagi in, they let Dexter one time. Now they still they need them because they had so many dogs. They missing money, not registering the dogs, you know. So the politics need to chill, and but
Yeah,
it's not because people are gonna be who they are. And but and the way the breed going, you won't have a consistent look. Like I came up with a method, right? it was called Modern. And I probably shouldn't have said classic. I should have changed classic, but classic. And then I had like you showed dogs of one of these two trees. But the classic look would be anything without Dax in it, right? And under that classic, you have classic extreme, classic pocket, classic standard, right? And now you're putting the same type of dogs in the ring against each other. Now the modern, anything with Dax in it, you have modern extreme, modern pocket, modern standard, right? So now we got the same dogs going against each other, rather than taking a dog like Samson and putting them against a dog like Maximus. They look completely different. And it's like, it's kind of like unfair to the older dog because he's not going to be as thick or girthy as the newer dog.
Yeah.
But they, the powers that be won't listen to that because it takes money out of their pocket, right?
Mhm.
But it's a clear separation and it's fair. You have the same exact dogs going against each other in the ring. And that's why I never really got in the show because it was politics. The way we breed, you can't politic. A producer's a producer. And the facts are facts because it's right here. I can look at it and see it.
Mhm.
With the show ring, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You don't know
Oh,
who friends with who paying who not paying who don't like who. So, it's too much to question. And that's what hurt the community to breed. Like we the worst community out of all of the different breeds. Like there's not nearly as much drama with the other breeds as there is, with the bullies.
yeah. I
Like we
agree.
the projects.
Yeah. And you said something like you said, there are too many different looks for one breed,
Yeah,
and it's
right.
like, and I've been calling for, the one for there to be one look for this breed, you know.
Yeah, and it's hard because people like what they like, but
Mhm.
under the two classification I just told you, you can start to get one look
Uh-huh.
because that's how people gonna breed now because everybody want a champion, right?
Hmm.
So if they can get a champion like this when it's easier, then people would breed that way because I can champion out like this. Now I don't have to go get this other dog that look like this because I could champion out like this. And
Yeah.
so now that's the start of creating one look. Two, this look and that look. It kind of narrows it down, but
Yeah.
who am I?
Definitely.
We're 30 years in.
Yeah. No, definitely. It makes sense. I wish they would give us some kind of direction of what they're going to do because, like you said, the way it's going, I was just thinking about it today. Like maybe when I have grandkids, they might decide to like you said. I'm only 32. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I still got the right thing going. I'm pretty sure we'll see what kind does. I mean, ABKC, it's good. It's just it's just some things that could be kind of better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to knock them, but
Hmm.
it's just things they can do better. So
No, definitely, definitely. And I think
that's about
no
it.
no nobody is like
Yeah.
wants the ABKC to go away. Like you said, we just want them to do better for things to make more sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a good idea. Like
Hmm.
you said like anything without docs and then anything before, like before
Yeah,
docs.
and they could call it what they want. They can
Yeah,
call it
I've
what they
I've
want.
never
Only thing I
actually
said,
I've never heard someone come up with that solution. That's a unique perspective.
it is easy, and then it's kind of it gets more. It becomes fairer now. And guess what? It changed the way people breed. People not gonna cheat. People not
Yeah.
gonna add a Brahma bull. People
Uh-huh.
not gonna add none of the stuff. So now and in essence, you're cleaning the breed up now.
Yeah. Because
See?
I've heard people say, man, I've bred the judges now they like a shorter dog or they like a dog that has more bone. Now I gotta go and add this or that. And I'm like, well, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to. I think you should stick
So,
to what you're doing.
because what you said, first thing you said, I don't like the Dax to Brim, but you don't like the Brim Morocco because of Dax, right?
Yeah,
Because of
well,
Dax. You don't like it
yeah,
because of Dax, right?
yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Well, yeah, I
So
just that with the
yeah, you know
with
what I'm
the health
saying?
issues for me, just for me with the health issues. If
Right.
I've had
Right.
better experiences, I probably might have a completely different outlook. But for me, I yeah no. But continue with what you were
Yeah,
saying.
because like I said, it's and like Dak's no different from Cairo, no different from Short Shot, whatever. He's mixed different, but
Hmm.
clean everything up. It's a way of doing it. Just a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? That may be the breed in me thinking I can breed anything or any dog, period, right? Now,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm the very best guy walking on the planet when it comes to putting dogs together. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So I always tell people the best breed don't necessarily have the hot dog at
Hmm.
the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we kill people on consistency. We like we have the best dog in the country sometime, and we wouldn't, but we'll have the most consistent producing dogs in the country. So in breeding consistent, and people always say, well, how do you get better? Because you have to make sure your next breeding is better than your last breeding, right?
Hmm.
And that's being consistent at the same time. You cover everything, just doing one thing for
Yeah.
real, and that's it. So you know, like we
Yeah,
don't
man.
have no problem with our Dax blood dogs, like we don't.
Uh-huh.
But
Well,
I'm
that's
not. I
good,
don't
man.
have. We had direct black. Like people don't know. We bred Dax. We bred Daxter. One of his daughters got some good dogs. We had the litter mate to Phenom, Toddy. When I took a break from True Tank, we started Toddy line, right? Nobody even knew I was helping with it or behind it, right? And we
Oh, okay.
produced the best exotic in the country, Death Row. Nobody even knew that. We made Heat Wave Mama. Nobody knew that. Like if you can breed, you can breed.
Hmm.
It's just the way you do it. You have to put how to know. You have to know how to put things together.
Yeah.
And put the right blood together, pull out the right characteristics, and and know where you're pulling from.
Yeah.
And then have standards, have a concept. Every word means something different now. Too. Standard used to be, like I always say in other interviews, like when you go to a tank, what you're gonna get? You're gonna get a big, thick male, 23, 27-inch head, 70 to 100-pound male. That's our standard. That's what you're getting. That's the standard set. That's our standard. Now they made standard a class, a height.
Hmm.
It's just a height now. So when you take that stuff and make it something different, it kind of screws a lot of stuff up. So and now
Okay.
people don't know what the word concept means, right? They don't have a concept.
Yeah.
They don't develop a concept. They just breed. And you can't say to the standard because if you say to the standard, they're gonna think you're breeding 18-inch dogs, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Well, man, I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to talk
No
with us
doubt, man.
and drop some knowledge on us, and I appreciate it. For everybody that doesn't know, this is Shawn Galmore from True Tank and the True Tank regime. They are back. You can find him on Facebook, um, and he is available now. Back out of hiding, they're resurrected. Um,
Yeah, you can go to the website, truetankregime.com.
yeah, and I'll put it like in the comments so they can find it.
Right, right,
But
right,
um,
right, right.
but once again, man, we
Check it
appreciate
out.
you. And
No doubt, man. I gotta go finish balling this crawfish now.
yeah, I got you, man. We will stay in touch.
All right, I got you anytime.
All right, appreciate it, man.
I
All right.
appreciate you, no doubt. All right.
Bulls TV, we are out.